I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to.
My name's Māori. For Tikuri, he started playing league. Actually, when he was 5, we were living in Petone, we were living in Lower Hutt at the time, and yeah, we found a team that he could play for, Petone Panthers, and I sort of wanted to. Rugby's always been the ultimate goal, but I wanted to get him into I knew league was a good sport to play for the defence aspect, and yeah, so we started him in league, and that started when he was 5. A couple of years after that, we moved down to Christchurch here and started playing for the Aranui Eagles. I coached this team at that time, and yeah, from there we went from the Eagles to Hornby, where we played for the Panthers there. And I think it was that year after that we ended up moving back to Kaikoura, and that's when there's no league in Kaikoura, so rugby's where it all began. Something that I just wanted my kids to do was some sort of sport that they love. I found that yeah, rugby did that. I think there was a bit of a time there where he sort of got off the rugby. He was like, stuff rugby. Even wanted to go play basketball, so we went and did that for a little bit, and then yeah, he ended up getting back on, and then is when he really thrived in rugby, which yeah, that was good to see. Good that he found his own way back there. Yeah, and it wasn't until then as when I guess that we started noticing how much he loved it, and it wasn't from us like grinding him on it. It was his own choice. I think we decided that, you know, how far he wanted to go with it, and then the next thing was what could we do to play better rugby, because for Kaikoura there's not much. I don't know, it's all parent teachers who coach and all that sort of stuff, so there's not really big structure, and it was quite hard for him to excel, I guess. So from Kaikoura he went into he played for the Hogs in Culverton, so that was a better club, because the coaches were they were Prem players, so they sort of knew more structure and all that sort of stuff, and they were setting up moves and all that sort of thing. And then that's when he got recognised for the Canterbury team, and then it just went on from there, and he was just doing real well and all that sort of stuff. So the challenges there was getting to those places from Kaikoura, because after under 16s there was no team in Kaikoura, so a lot of travelling had to be done. So that was a huge challenge for us to carry on playing that. And when you played Canterbury, it was even harder again, because it was more 2 times a week. You'd have to travel somewhere in North Canterbury, and then on the Saturdays have to travel somewhere else around, as far as down Mifflin was the furthest you had to go. You know, that was hard, because every second week I had to work, do call out with the call out phone, which took up my whole week. I couldn't go to the trainings or the games or anything like that. It's definitely worth it. But the man that he's come to be is, makes me so proud. When he moved away, went to Marlborough for this year. It was hard to see him go. That was a bit of a struggle for me, because he's always been there. But when he left, the appreciation that he had come back with was definitely worth it. The thankfulness, yeah, it's definitely made me proud. I remember this time he played one of his last years. He played for Kaikoura. So I went to the game, and Tikuri was making a real awesome play, and the whole of the Kaikoura supporters was just chanting his name, and I'm like, far out, how does everyone like know my son and all that? And even the senior players of Kaikoura, they were like, that's your boy, you know, like, and just that stuff was just warmed my heart. They even came up with this nickname, the Beast, and like even that, people calling him the Beast was something special. Like, it was cool. We got onto this 75 hard, I think, is what changed our sort of mindsets on where we wanted to go. Myself, I didn't complete the thing, but my boy did. He went in Hundi, and he sort of hasn't looked back from that. He's part of the 75 hard is not drinking, and before this whole 75 hard, I think in day like 25 or something, it was his breakup for his Canterbury rugby, and he was like, "Oh, Dad, I'm gonna have to drink," and I'm like, "No, you don't really have to drink." I'll go and approach your coach and tell him that you don't have to drink, and because he had some fines he had to pay in their little court session or whatever. It's come the court session, he's like, "Oh, I'm not drinking, I'm on this training thing, so maybe I could do some push-ups or something like that." And the team was all about it. They're like, "Yeah, fuck, you can do the push-ups, but you have to do them in the nude," they reckon. So so that sort of set his mind at ease that, you know, drinking ain't a big thing, and with 75 hard, 2 trainings a day is what sort of set him on loving to train. He wanted to lose weight and all that, and that happened for him. And so from there, we've just gone all in on the sport. The feeling that I reckon that I can imagine him achieving that top goal would be unreal for him, for all of us that's putting on the effort, him especially. I definitely want to see him get to the top. I can see that definitely it's definitely achievable, and I want to help him as much as I can get there. I see the sparkle in his eyes that he definitely wants to achieve it, and it'll just be amazing, I reckon. To see him on TV would be, it'll make me so proud, that's for sure.
I'm Te Kore Manawa too, 18 years old, born in Christchurch, grew up in Kaikoura, and rugby is my craft. My big goal is to become an All Black, but not only that, just like a good rugby player, like one of the greats. It was hard at the start, especially thinking about like being in like a small town and then moving away from home, not seeing my family as much. But then once I met the boys on the team, made some mates at school, it got way easier really. It's not easy, but it's not like impossible. It's hard, but once you find your goal and set yourself towards it and stay motivated, you can do it. Surround yourself around people who have the same kind of goals so you can like motivate each other and work together to work towards your goals and dreams. I really want to do that. Play in front like the big field, in front of thousands of people.
Use every double, use a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day.